I feel like she gets me to push beyond my comfort zone and push beyond what I think I'm capable of at that time and really see how far I can go. And that's a great thing that I see in Deb's leadership skills.
I love working with Deb because she is so energetic and so passionate, and she gives everything to everything that she does, and it's just fun being around her. She adds energy to any room that she's in.
Deb is a super connector. That's something that's really helpful for me. And so Deb is always listening for who are the types of people that I could be connected with that would help students the most.
I remember a lunch that I went to with her in New York a little while ago, and by the end of that lunch, there were multiple business deals being discussed and starting to happen around the table, and new companies being formed, and that's a changemaker.
She's a really strong advocate for change and for making things better for our current students. She wants the best for UC San Diego, and I can see that every time I talk with her.
She mentors a lot of kids, a lot of students who just need a little bit of an edge, just need a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance. And if they just get that little bit of guidance, they're going to be successful. And that's where Deb comes in.
Deb was telling me how she grew personally and professionally from her time at UC San Diego. And it's something that she wants for other students or for future students, that she wants to give back to support them in the way that she grew so much from her time at UC San Diego.
Congratulations on the Changemaker Award. There's nobody out there who's earned it and who deserves it more than you do. Congratulations, Deb.
I'd like to congratulate Deb. She's doing amazing work trying to advocate for change at UC San Diego, and she's totally deserving of the Changemaker Award. I'm excited for her and the work that she's going to continue doing in the future.